Right guys, welcome back. This is the third lesson now on inequalities. So far we've done creating an inequality and putting an inequality on a number line. This is the final lesson and we're going to look at solving inequalities. Okay, if you are still struggling on any of the other topics that we've done, feel free to have a look back at the videos, but today I'm going to move on a little bit, alright? So solving inequalities, what I've done here, this isn't an inequality. Okay, this is an equation, and we know it's an equation because it's got an equal sign there. An inequality has a less than or greater than sign on it, one of those, okay? I'm just going to show you this because the methods are very similar. Okay, so when we have this one, what we do, we want to get x on its own. Okay, we want to isolate x, so we're going to take this 2 and we're going to put it on the other side. So what we get is 7x equals 16 minus 2. We know that when we take it to the other side of the equal sign, okay, we do the inverse, we do the opposite of what it's currently doing. So it's a plus 2 there, has to be a minus 2 on the other side. So we've got 7x equals 14. 7 times by something, okay, is 14. So x is 2. Okay, very simple. Okay, we know what we're doing with that. Let's look at this one now, okay? So we've got 7x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 16. Okay? We want to get x on its own again. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to take this plus 2, I'm going to put it on the other side of the inequality sign. Okay? It's a plus 2 there, so it has to be a minus 2 on the other side. So we end up with 16 minus 2. So 7x, if we simplify it, is greater than or equal to 14. So 7 times by something to get to 14. X is greater than or equal to 2. So the two methods are identical. Okay, there's no difference between the methods apart from when we're solving equations, we're using an equal sign. When we're solving inequalities, we're using an inequality sign. That's the only difference here. Okay, let's look at the next one. 3x minus 4 is less than 14. We're going to treat it in exactly the same way. I'm going to put this minus 4 on the other side, okay, of the inequality sign. If it's a minus there, okay, it's a positive on the other side. Okay? 14x plus 4. 3x we haven't done anything with. The inequality sign we haven't done anything with. The 14 we haven't done anything with. This plus 4 is because we've taken the minus 4 to the other side of the inequality sign. So 3x, okay, if we simplify it, 3x is less than 14 plus 4 is 18. So 3x is less than 18. If we think about that as an equal sign, okay, forget about the inequality sign, we have 3x equals 18. 3 times something equals 18. The answer is 6, but instead of using the equal sign, we're going to use the correct inequality sign. So x is less than 6. Okay? On this one, all I've done here is swap the x and the number around. Okay, so we still need to get x on its own. So I'm going to take this plus 4. We know it's a plus 4 because there's no minus sign in front of it. Okay, we're going to take it though and we're going to put it on that side. Okay, so what we get 4x is there because we haven't touched 4x, so it stays where it is. We haven't touched the inequality sign and we haven't touched the 14. So we're at that point at the minute. Okay, if that's a plus 4 there, it would have to be a minus 4 on the other side. If you simplify that, you get 4x is less than or equal to 10. Okay, think about that as an equal sign. So we have 4x equals 10. Okay, so we divide both sides by 4. So we get x is less than or equal to 2.5. Okay. Right, the next one we have to pay attention to. Okay, because this is a trick question. Well, it's not a trick question, it's just a bit more difficult. Okay, it comes with a rule that you need to remember. Okay, so what we do here usually is we would divide by 4. Okay, which we still do. Okay, So we're going to divide both sides by 4, because we need to work out what, sorry, we're going to divide it by minus 4, okay? Because we need to work out what x is. So we're going to divide by minus 4, okay? When we divide or times by a minus, so if there's a minus there, okay, whenever we divide or we times by a minus sign, the inequality sign turns the other way, okay, it does the opposite, okay? So what we get, we've divided both sides by 4, so we get x. 20 divided by minus 4 is minus 5, okay? And the inequality sign turns the other way, okay? If you want to know why that happens, let me know about it, okay? And I will sort out a video for that. Or you just need to accept that when dividing or multiplying by a negative, inverse, so the opposite, the inequality sign. Sign. Okay, so all that means is we divided by minus 4 there, so we had to turn the sign. Look where the sign is there, it's a less than there. But here, it's a more than, it's a greater than, sorry. Okay, so you need to remember that. Okay, let's have a look at the last example then. So 2 minus 3x is greater than or equal to 23. Straight away, we need to get x on its own. So I'm going to take this plus 2. We know it's a plus 2 because there's no minus sign in front of it. And we're going to put it on that side. Okay, we'll change the sides. So minus 3x hasn't moved. Greater than or equal to hasn't moved. 23 hasn't moved. That plus 2 on the left hand side is a minus 2 on the right hand side. Okay, then we're going to simplify it. So we end up with minus 3x, because we can't simplify that, greater than or equal to 23 minus 2 is 21. Then what we need to do, we need to divide by minus 3. Now this is where we need to be careful. As I wrote here, when dividing or multiplying by a negative, inverse the inequality sign. So, minus 3x divided by minus 3 is just x. Okay? 21 divided by minus 3 is minus 7. And this inequality sign does the opposite. It's the inverse, okay? So it's greater than or equal to there. Here, it's less than or equal to minus 7. Okay, so you've got 6 examples there. Okay, if you are interested in knowing why we inverse the inequality sign when we divide or multiply by a negative, let me know and I will show you. Okay, until then, have a go at the sheet I've given you and enjoy your day, guys. See you later.